guys, welcome back to my channel. Child, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize because this video is way delayed because I filmed it, I didn't like it, so I was gonna refilm it again, and then Icepocalypse happened and I've been out of commission for a good week. You know, a girl has been struggling, as a lot of people are in Texas, so we're just gonna try this again and hopefully it works. So I wanted to sit down and do like a little chit chat, get ready with me, tell you about myself, what you can expect from the channel, different things like that, just real low key. So right now I have no makeup on. I did my skincare. This is what my face looks without makeup. I'm sorry if I scare you, but a lot of people think my skin is perfect and it's not. Ever since like the panty, I've been breaking out with like maskne. I wasn't able to wash my face properly for like a couple of days this week, so I do have like two areas that I'm just like, you tried it. But anyways, we're gonna get ready today and talk about a few things. So first and foremost, I'm gonna start with my primer. The primer I use is the Fenty Beauty primer. There's several of them. This one is the Instant Retouch primer. You can get the matte primer. I really like that one too for summertime, but I love the Fenty primer. In fact, I love anything like Rihanna does. Basically, Savage X Fenty, her music, she can do no wrong. She is my queen. So I'm just gonna put that in there, let it soak into the skin. So yeah, basically about my channel, what I feel like I need to talk about and what I have to say on YouTube and in this space. A lot of people want me to focus on like beauty related things, but I don't think I'm that great at makeup, you know, whatever. But also I have a lot of knowledge in like nursing. That's what I'm passionate about. I am a registered nurse. Shocker, I know. But I want to talk about, you know, things to get through nursing school, how to deal with when you're a new grad in nursing, and, you know, how to navigate your career and things like that. So that's really a lot of what I may focus on. And then, you know, I am passionate about beauty, skincare, you know, things I find, things I like, things I don't like, things like that. So if I repeated myself just a second ago, it sounds like I did. But anyways, we're gonna go in with foundation on my beauty sponge. This is the foundation I use. It's the Super Stay by Maybelline. This is like a good everyday foundation. You can get it at the drugstore. It's not super expensive. If I wanted more of like a higher end foundation, I love the Too Faced Born This Way. A lot of people like the Estee Lauder Double Wear as well. This is a summer color. This is really dark for me and I'm pale. The sun hasn't been out and I feel like years. I've been stuck in the house all of 2020, but I digress. So anyways, I'm gonna put that on my beauty sponge. These sponges are great. It's from a black owned female company. She's on Instagram, DSMD shop, I believe it is, and they're super affordable. They're only like, I don't know, a couple bucks each. I feel like I got like 5 for under $30, so I feel like that's a good deal. I either like this sponge or, let me not burn myself, the Real Technique sponge. Love this one. So we're gonna use this, and I just kind of go in, get it together. So yes, like I said, I love makeup, I love skincare, but nursing is just a really big part of my life. I've always wanted to be a nurse. I knew like when I was a kid, I wanted something in the medical field. I used to like just want to be at the hospital with my grandparents or whoever. I felt comfortable going to the doctor. I thought it was fun. So I feel like anything you pick in life, you need to be passionate about, and I really am passionate about it. You know, I have my good days and bad days. Everyone does. But yes, I've always wanted to be in the medical field. I'm originally from Louisiana, so I started in the medical field as a CNA, which is just a tech, a patient care technician, anything. They call it different things in different states. So I got my license. Actually, there was a class my senior year of high school, so I was able to get my license through that. And I kind of worked off and on for years, and I finally, you know, was navigating being a young adult, being in and out of school, not thinking it was for me really. And, you know, there's certain difficulties with coming from a small town, and like that's one of the only two pathways. It's very saturated and hard to get in, and it's like who you know and blah blah blah. So That being said, I decided to go a different route and go to LPN school, which I lived on the Louisiana Texas border. So driving into Texas literally would take you like 20-30 minutes. And I was able to go to LPN school there. And so I got my LPN license. And at this time I was working at a local hospital. I worked in like inpatient physical rehab. So I worked there as a tech, and then when I got my LPN license, I worked as an LPN, and I was there until I got my RN. When I got my RN about 4 years after my LPN, I just felt like it was time for a change. You know, I had been there forever. Everyone, not everyone, but especially like management had changed, and they really still only saw me sometimes as a tech, and they wouldn't trust like my nursing judgment, and they wouldn't just like listen to me about certain things. And I really feel like management can make or break a job, honestly. So and then I just wanted something more. Like, I wanted more diversity. I wanted to grow within my field, and I just felt like I was being stagnant. So I started looking up places where I would want to live. And I knew I still wanted to live close, like in the South and close to my hometown, but I knew I wanted to be far enough away where I could experience stuff. So my top picks were Houston, Dallas, and Austin. I love Austin. I just don't think I like vibe well with maybe like the people. I don't know. In Dallas, the same thing too. I don't know. It just is a different vibe. So I picked Houston. It was like only a couple hours away. I could drive. It was easy to like get in and out. And they have some of the best hospitals around. So that's what I did. I did this all within like a month or two too. I like started looking for jobs. I applied. And I got an interview, and then boom, I was like out of there, honey. Baby, U-Haul was packed. I'm just adding some color, kind of color corrector where I have a few dark spots. This is just some concealer from L'Oreal. It's a good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And I just get it in more of a skin color instead of like a brightening concealer. So I just kind of do that. And sometimes I do it before my foundation. And if you see me looking, I have a mirror right here too. But I'm also looking at the camera as I do my makeup. And I have a mirror over there. But anyway, so I decided to move, pack up my stuff, move within like a month. It was quick. It was really quick. So I got a job here on a med-surg. It was an interesting unit. It was a med-surg, half med-surg, half inpatient rehab, and then the med surg would take like ortho joint cases that could either be like day surgery hips, day surgery shoulders. Well, usually hips weren't. It was day surgery knees, but they did do hips as well. And then it was just a mess. A lot going on. So you could have a day where you could have like a 20-year-old that came in with like pancreatitis from, drinking too much or whatever, enjoy your life. Then you could have like an 86-year-old stroke patient. Then you could have like a 55-year-old total knee replacement that's coming in. You get another admit from EC, just all over the board. So as much as that job was like a hot mess, I stick by my guns and say, nurses, med-surg, you're never going to get that kind of experience. I think that's where you need to really start. And it's just a good backbone and foundation. I was there for almost 2 years. I became a charge nurse there. Management loved me. I think they loved me. They didn't want me to leave. And I just got a lot of experience, and I just felt like it was somewhere where I really grew into my nursing career. And I just liked everyone I worked with. There was so much diversity. You see, back in my hometown, you really only see like white or black people. You may have a few here, a few Hispanic people here, there are a few like Asian people here and there. But here it was like you're dealing with, Filipino people, Korean people, African people, just people, a lot of Hispanic people. Like I picked up Spanish. I took it in high school, but baby, habla poquito español. So it's just, I'm dealing with so many different cultures, and that's what I wanted. And you see so many people of diversity in upper level positions and management positions, and that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't want everyone that looks exactly the same to be advancing and everyone else that doesn't look like them staying at the bottom, if you catch my drift. So I really enjoyed that job. You know, it was very tiresome being a charge nurse on a med surge floor and then sometimes having to take like 6 patients, 5 patients, and do all that. It is the most hectic thing I think I have ever encountered. And I really, my next job in oncology kind of fell into my lap. Like one of my nurse besties, she's still my bestie, was like, I'm gonna go work here. You know, the benefits are good. This looks like a really good job. Would you be interested? We should go. So, you know, I applied, checked it out. So that's how I ended up in oncology, and that's where I'm at right now. You know, my med surg job was days. Now I'm working nights, but I am about to transition back to days and off of the bedside. So that's going to be something different, not working bedside. I've always worked bedside. It's been a long time. You know, some people get a lot of slack for, you know, leaving bedside. But, you know, when you've been a tech, an LPN, and now an RN, this is going on like 10 years of being at the bedside in different roles and things like that. It's a lot on you, especially working nights bedside. Girl, let me tell you, it's a lot on your body, a lot of your mental health. And let's not get into what 2020 in healthcare has been through this penny. Like, I have seen, and not just at my job, but you know, I have a lot of people in my network of just, it's just a hot mess. Also, I don't know if I said this, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's one of my favorites, but you can, if you don't want to spend almost $30, well, I think it's like 23 on a concealer, you can get one at the drugstore, L'Oreal. It's a pretty good dupe, the L'Oreal Infallible. I have that in several colors, but I love the Tarte Shape Tape. So, you know, everybody's just been going through it. Mentally, it's a lot on these nurses. You know, nurses are just struggling. You know, some of them are even like killing themselves a lot over this things, and it's just really hard. So I didn't take the decision lightly to step away from the bedside. You just have to listen to yourself. I'm really kind of burnt out, looking for a change, and you know, I applied. I'm staying within the same company, but it'll be like Monday through Friday. I mostly work remotely or from home because we still are going, you know, through a pandemic or whatever. I'm excited because again, this is going to be, I get my normal schedule back, and I am going back to school in a couple of weeks because I only have my associates. Well, not only, you know, I'm very proud of that, but it's time to get my BSN and just, you know, work on still furthering my career. I'm always trying to get better. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I've been at the bedside close to like 10 years. I've been an RN going on 4 years. I was an LPN for 4 years. So it's time. So in worst case scenario, I try it out. And guess what? I don't like it. The bedside is always going to be there, and they're always going to take me back, baby. I'm just baking with the Airspun powder. I'm sure everyone has seen it. Let me dump the lid so you could see it. I just made a mess. The Airspun powder. I get translucent extra coverage, and I don't really like bake anymore. I kind of just like set my foundation a little bit with it. Especially in wintertime, I can kind of get dry, but I have combo skin. Like I have dry patches, but I also get like a very oily T-zone. But like, you know, women of a certain age now, well, I'm a woman of a certain age now, I can't just be baking and letting stuff crease into my eye and stuff like that. So that's just what we do. We kind of use the powder and dust it. Sorry if I shook the camera just now, or if it shakes. I have you on some kind of tripod situation on my table, so we're just gonna try to ignore that and try not to do that again. So let's see. So yeah, this is a good, look at that, just sets perfectly. I love that foundation. Like, this is under $10 and I think it's worth it, and it's just a beautiful finish and it lasts. Like, I used to wear, I don't really wear makeup at work too much. I used to wear this like all the time. Baby, my stuff would still be there 12, 13 hours later. So next step, I kind of use this palette. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. I kind of just use this to kind of bake, not really bake, I just kind of brighten actually underneath my eyes. I like this palette. I feel like it's worth it for a good contour palette. It's quick sometimes, especially when you're traveling. You have everything you need like right there. Because if I don't feel like bringing the bulky airspun powder, I really will just use a crap ton of this powder that comes in here. And it pretty much does the same thing that I need. But if I have the room, I always take my airspun baby. That's just tried and true. A lot of people have tried like the Laura Mercier powder and setting powders. I like my airspun. It's $5.99 at the drugstore and it works, honey. Also with this, you can contour with this palette. I think it's like $40. So it's really worth it if you contour a lot or if you want a lot of different shades. I feel like they could add one more of these shades. I don't think they need 4 of these. I feel like they should have 3 and 3. But that's my only, spite about that. So yeah, just I have a lot to talk about nursing. Nursing school, I feel like my anxiety, because I do suffer from depression and anxiety, really came through in nursing school. Not so much LPN, but by RN, baby, let me tell you, I still think about those days. That was a struggle. Talk about no sleep. I'm trying to work and make money and deal with all this school assignments. It's a mess, but I made it. We all made it. So, and I still talk to a lot of my friends from nursing school, even LPN, like my little besties. You know who you are. I think it's very important too in nursing to kind of network, stay in touch with your people that you used to work at your old jobs and things like that, or your friends that you made in school, because you never know. Like I feel like I've gotten every position that I have, besides my first one that I worked here in Houston, through like knowing someone or networking. And it really goes when you're trying to make it into a different position or, change things. If you have those contacts, it always just kind of helps you in the long run. Like I still have references and good contacts from my jobs in Louisiana and still talk to people and keep in touch with them. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera again. So basically I'm just taking a couple of these powders. I kind of mix these, especially these two, and I just kind of, I don't really say contour. I guess it is contour, but I don't like deep contour like, the gurus do. I just kind of like to give my face a little bit of color. I don't really contour my nose. I do if I'm going somewhere and I'm taking like pictures. It'll have to be like a wedding, my birthday, special occasions where I really want to be snatched. And then I take the butter bronzer. What's on me? I got something on me. Ignore that. The butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I love this bronzer. Like, it's again drugstore. You can get it at so many places. Walmart, CVS. And I kind of just add a little bit because I'm pale right now. Child, I'm so ready for summer. Like, I just cannot. My forehead is not this dark. And excuse the lighting. It's just, there's no sun. Like, I'm just ready for summer. Like, this dark, it gets dark early. This snow apocalypse. Like, I just cannot. I even canceled my trip to Denver. I was supposed to go to Denver later this week. I was like, no, ma'am. Wrong, right idea, wrong B word. Like, no, I just cannot deal with the cold anymore. I'm over it. Give me sun. I need to go to Mexico ASAP. I was just over it. That's a whole other situation and whole other not ideal, but I have things to say about that because that's a hot mess. People are still suffering. Like, no words. So anyways, for eyes, if I'm doing like, this is just a quick like day look. So I love this palette. It's the Tarte. Is it Tarte? Girl, no, it's not even Tarte. It's Too Faced Born This Way nude palette. Girl, if you take away anything from this, get this. Like, stunning. Worth it. Ignore right there. I had like got my nail in it one day. It's just such a good palette. I bought it for a few of my friends for like Christmas, their birthdays. I stand by this. I think it was $40, I want to say. I thought that was a good deal on a palette. Not like I need another palette, but you know, sometimes treat yourself, girl. It's been a rough little couple months, year. So I'm just gonna take two of these kind of, and I'll just use it to like put in my crease a little bit. So sorry if I'm looking at my mirror over here. Guess I can use this mirror too. So yeah, when I go for like a everyday kind of look, sometimes I even just take like bronzer or that Park Ave palette and put something in my crease just to kind of give my face and eyes kind of some dimension. But yeah, like my everyday kind of look is very simple. I always just put like a darker crease color and maybe some shimmer on the eye. I don't do the most. I don't like to wear eyeliner on like my everyday look. Like if I'm doing eyeliner and and lashes, again, that's a special occasion, that's a night out, a birthday, something is going on. I feel like I barely have lashes and I know I look better with them, but they're so heavy on my eye. Like, and those people that get lash extensions all the time and kind of look like lamb chop, no offense. How? Like what? How do you see? How are you not tired all the time? If you know, you know. Like the best feeling in the world is when you've been wearing lashes all night after a night out or a long day of makeup or something and you take those babies off. Oh my God, top tier feeling, along with like taking off your bra after a long day. It's just, you know, it's just something. So yeah, everyday look, that's all I do. I just kind of slap some eyeshadow on, give it some dimension. And then I would just kind of, if I wanted to deepen it, if I wanted to do a little bit more and deepen it, I would take like one of these darker colors and kind of just deepen right here and kind of bring it into the crease, but we're not doing all that right now. This is just a quick everyday look, not the most. And then I would just take, not this brush, let me get, I have all my brushes right here, which I need to clean, like I need to clean a lot of them. I'll take a shimmer, maybe, I'm feeling like this one and this one, most likely this one. So I'll take some and then I'll spray it, which is, I'm out of my Mario Badescu water. That's usually what I would spray it with. Let me not set them flames up, child. Could you imagine? Oh, I bet you the fire department doesn't even have any water. Girl, I would be up creek. Sometimes too, I just take my finger because, you know, the pigment is just there when you use your finger. And just, I put a little bit just to add a little, look, she's pretty. She's pretty and she's soft. A lot of my makeup looks are like that. I like nudes. I like soft kind of glam. I don't really do color that well. I want to get into color. That's my goal, my makeup goal for the year. Use more color. Do more things with color. I just feel like it doesn't look good on me. And then I have like really funny shaped eyes. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But a good way to get into color is like colored eyeliner. I have a few. Just like a little pop of color or whatever. That's really good for, I think, too. Another thing I want to talk about on my channel, speaking of, I don't know how I segued into this. I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I just use like the NYX Control Freak brow gel. You can use any brow gel you want. There's a new one from Anastasia that I saw. Whose channel did I see that on? Gabriella Fortunato, who's one of my favorites. She used the Anastasia. It's like this gel or something that they really came out with. Baby, when I tell you your eyebrows are laid, honey, they were laid. And I need to get that. So I just kind of use that, and I'm just using, what pencil is this? I like the NYX pencil, but they were out. So I got the L'Oreal pencil, which is just as good. I'm not too much like a brow product. Like I need a whole bunch because I have thick eyebrows. I like it like that. RIP to me 10 years ago, maybe more than that, with the thin eyebrows. What were we thinking? Who was in charge of that? Like 2009 was just a bad year. for fashion and like makeup for me. Like, no ma'am. But anyways, another thing I want to talk about heavily on my channel is, I'm plus size, fat, big, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are like, how are you confident? Where do you find your clothes? Seem like you have it all together. And, I have my good days and bad days. But I love certain stores, like Torrid, Fashion to Figure. Fashion Nova is a little touch and go. But you just gotta like, there's such a big community online, especially on Instagram. I'm obsessed with Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at _Alexis_Dawn. It'll be in the description. But I felt like I really came into my own when I started seeing people that I could relate to and that actually looked like me. And I found that online. And I try to follow people that are doing, the same thing. They're just, living their life. They like great clothes. They like to look cute. And they have a lot of confidence. So I want to talk about that. And just, things that go into that, like confidence, plus size dating. How are you comfortable in a bathing suit? Baby, guess what? These people know I'm fat if I'm wearing a whole bunch of clothes or if I'm wearing a bathing suit. Get in the damn pool. So, and even like being big and being a nurse, a lot of people can side eye you. And you're telling your patients, you can't have like a case of soda a day, you have CHF, or you can't have like a whole bag of Reese's or a whole loaf of bread, you're diabetic. And they look at you like, girl. And I'm like, girl, I don't drink soda, so don't even come for me. Things like that, I really have never said that to a patient, but I think a lot of stuff. Dealing with that and being like plus size at the bedside, and I see some people or doctors like side eye you and different things like that, but they aren't the ones looking at my blood work, which is all normal. I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have diabetes, I go to the doctor very often. It's just like this stigma that automatically you're like lazy or can't take care of yourself, and just like different situations I've dealt with and things like that I think could be beneficial to some people. So yeah, but I have a lot of confidence. Don't come for me in that department. I'm very outspoken. Well, I'm a weird outspoken. I'm shy, but like I'm not going to take any BS. Never have, never will. For blush, I'm just going to use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Again, another great dupe. I think this, what is this shade? Spicy Mauve is what it's called. So we're just going to put a little bit of blush. I love blush. I'm not afraid of blush. I like a lot of it. Baby, I like you to see these cheeks. So yeah, I have a lot of insight into that. Girl, dating, that's a whole segment in and of itself. I can't wait to get some of my single friends on here, and even some of my married friends, because they have been through it. Like, oh my God, dealing with these dudes these days. Oh Jesus, let me pop a pill. It's just a mess. Like, they're a mess. Like, literally. Again, a whole other topic. Mascara wise, we're just gonna use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's a good dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is under $10. The Too Faced one is close to $30. I'm not paying $30 for a mascara. I'll never do that again, okay? But before I do it, I like to spray my face. Setting spray, I like a lot of them. The NYX Matte is one of the ones. I said matte, funny. The NYX Matte. Urban Decay has a good one. The all-nighter. I usually have my bougie fan, but invest in like a little $10 fan from Amazon. But it's in my work bag for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera again. So anyways, put on a little bit of mascara. Again, I don't have a lot of lashes. Don't come for me. And just for an everyday look, I'm not putting on fake lashes. You're not gonna catch me in these streets. Some girls can, and I commend you. I love you. I admire you. But I'm not that girl. So, but when I am that girl, she be looking cute. But anyways, and sometimes too, I can take like a darker eyeshadow, like this one especially, and kind of like line my lash line, and it makes it pop a little bit more if you don't want to use eyeliner. Especially in summer, I just feel like less is more, and I tend to use powder shadows as eyeliner because even if it's like the most stay matte liquid eyeliner, I just feel like the shadow is lighter and it gives you a lot of dimension. But I'm not doing that today. I'm just not in the mood. So yeah, sometimes I line my bottom lashes, but I'm not doing that either. I'm just not in the mood for real. Another thing I like to do too is I take like maybe this and this and kind of mix it, and I'll line underneath, or like smoke it out underneath. It's not really line, it's smoke it out. I like to do that a lot. Yeah, just add a little razzle dazzle to it. Sorry, I cannot talk and do this at the same time. How do people do that? I don't know. That's that. Couple more steps. This goes quicker when I'm not talking, but you know. Highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter palette. It's old. I probably need to throw it away, but it was a collab between Smashbox and Casey Holmes, and it's the Spotlight palette, and this is the one in Pearl. Baby, let me tell you, it's just stunning. I'm almost out. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm out. I'm gonna cry. Ugh. And then the Becca Champagne Pop, they came out with the collab with Jaclyn Hill, but you know, they dropped that and let that go. And this is just a very beautiful shade. So I'm gonna use that really quick. Where's my brush? Any brush, and then I just kind of hit right there. Who you lying to, baby? She's shining. This reminds me of summertime at the pool. Like, you can't tell me a thing, honey. I be looking like a glazed ham, honey. Just bronzed and glowy. So I just kind of do like that. I still like highlighter. It's like my best friend. I don't do like the most anymore, but you, like, who? Period. So that's pretty much it. I'll do lips, but I'm really simple with lips. I'll just take a little lip liner. I think this is from NYX. Yeah. What shade is this? I don't think it says. It says Peekaboo Neutral. Whatever. I was blessed with a good set of lips. I'm not gonna lie. So just kind of line, just to add a little bit. And this is like a nude my lip color, but better. And I just kind of add a little bit on the top and get rid of like that little foundation white line or anything. Yes. Again, I can't talk when I do this, so you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm losing light. Like, I hate this time of day. And I'm just gonna add, let's see, for lips, this is from Wet n Wild. They have a lot of good liquid lipsticks. This is called Nudist Peach. I like this dofa that they have on it. Again, this is a good, like, everyday color. I love me a little nudie peach kind of moment. Just a little bit. To top it off, a little bit of gloss, not a lot. You can either, I love the Fenty Beauty, what is this? It's called Fussy. I think it's their lip gloss. Is it called the Fairy Balm lip gloss? I don't know why I'm thinking it's called that. I don't know. But if you don't want to spend $18 on a lip gloss, I love this lip gloss. It reminds me of summertime. It smells amazing. Ugh, it's just everything. You can get the Maybelline. They came out with Lifter Gloss. I don't know. This is it's under $10 at the drugstore. It's a really good dupe. But we're just going to put a little bit of Fussy. Just right in the center. I just kind of like dot it on just a little bit. You don't have to do the gloss, but if you want, you can. Just to add a little bit of like something, period. So yeah, that's a complete everyday little makeup look. This is what I do. I just keep it really kind of neutral, just kind of soft and pretty. I don't do the most. So yeah, thanks for coming today. Subscribe, click the bell so you get notified. I'm gonna be trying to bust out a lot more videos, you know, nursing wise, plus size content, just daily life, things like that. But if you want to see something in particular, let me know, comment, do whatever, hit me up on Instagram. So yeah, hope you guys have a good night.